In this video, I'm sharing a case study of going from zero to over $1,000 per month in passive income with a blog in just 8 months, all while working 0 hours last month. As you can see here, no new pages were added in the last month, and it earned over $1,000 just with Amazon Associates affiliate marketing. Now, this is over $1,000 in profit while spending just about $30 in monthly expenses. And I'm going to share all the tools and the services that I use to achieve these results. And we're also going to look at what the key takeaways, the lessons from going from zero to over $1,000 a month in passive income with this blog in just 8 months. I'm going to be sharing everything today to help you grow even faster. Although I'm personally shocked by the results from what started out as a really small experiment, honestly, back in February, as you can see here, I actually have a student who started around the same time and in 8 months just hit over $2,200 in earned commissions in the last month of October 2024. So basically, this opportunity starting in 2024 and scaling to thousands of dollars per month is absolutely valid, and it's right there for the taking for anyone who wants to take this opportunity and do things the right way. Now, before we jump into the video, I want to make an announcement for people who are in the paid Discord community, which you can join in the description below. We're going to be doing a November challenge. So over this month, we're going to keep a scoreboard of who can create the most content, whether it's blog posts or YouTube videos, and YouTube videos are going to be weighted a little bit higher because they take more effort. But basically, we're going to have a fun little challenge here, and we're going to have $200 of Amazon gift cards along with one-on-one coaching sessions given to the top 3 people who participate and who are able to basically create the most content. And it's really an effort-based challenge here. And this is just to raise accountability. The last time we did a challenge like this, got so many people to publish 15 or more blog posts in a single month. And honestly, the best prize other than getting a free one-on-one coaching session valued at $250 with me and an Amazon gift card is that you get to move your business forward, and it can really be a fun thing. I'm going to be taking part in it to show you what consistency and discipline looks like, hopefully. And so, yeah, if you want to join, if you're in the paid Discord community, I'm going to be announcing it there, and we can add you to the spreadsheet and you can get started. You do have to be a paid member in order to qualify and in order to actually see the conversations in the Discord, but you can do that in the link below. Okay, so let's talk about the case study. Now, if you've watched my previous videos this year, I've talked about this case study, and it was mainly an SEO experiment. And we actually did scale from zero to over 40,000 organics per month on Ahrefs in 8 months. Actually, we started at around 100 organics per month, and we did crack 40,000 organics per month, valued at over $8,300 a month in traffic value, which is insane. But what's even more surprising to me has been the Amazon Associates earnings. So if I actually go here to when we started, the site had earned 37 cents. I mean, really nothing. It was just sitting there, no effort, no energy, or no new posts were added. But as you can see, month over month, we did start in February, and you can see that these earnings started to add up a little bit more and more. And you can see here, basically the red is what gets direct deposited to the bank account. So you see $85 here, accumulation of all these months, not earning over $50, and then $170 per month. Then $261 per month, $375 per month, $492 per month, and then what's going to be direct deposited next is just over $1,000. And so this is really insane to me because this is on Amazon Associates alone. There's no ad revenue. We're not part of any premium ad network, which we could qualify for soon because we're at roughly 30 to 40,000 unique visits per month. And I'm definitely thinking about applying for that next to add some more income. But, just the interesting thing is that this is completely passive. As I mentioned in the intro, no new pages were added in October. So you can actually just see here, even back in September, we had 64 pages. Today, we have 64 pages in November. But all throughout October, I was actually traveling. I took a little vacation and, put 0 hours of effort and work into this. And it did earn, as you can see here, over $1,000. So it is really incredible to me because Amazon Associates, not an affiliate program that I earn the majority of 7 figures in commission. Those are from direct affiliate programs and, in other niches. But to me, this signals that Amazon Associates is an incredible opportunity today. And this is all purely written, faceless blog content, no YouTube videos, nothing, just written content. And so that actually brings me to, this chart that I have here. So I did a video where I basically did a roadmap, $0 to $10,000 a month with affiliate marketing. And I said in there how going from 0 to 1,000 a month is actually harder than going from 1,000 to $10,000 a month, as you can see here. And really it is from momentum. Okay, because once you have the momentum when you're at this place, you can easily multiply 1,000 a month into 2, 3, 5K a month, honestly, just by doing a few of these things, which I'll outline. But I think what we should reflect on, since most people are in this stage where they're anywhere from no first sale to, let's say, under $300 a month, most beginners are in these 3 stages. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look back and see what are the things that we did do well and that what got us to $1,000 a month, honestly. And we did it faceless. We did it with $30 of software, a jet page website, keywords everywhere for the SEO tool that's like less than $2 a month. That's it. And then we use free tools like Google Search Console, which is one of the best SEO tools. It's completely free. That tells you everything. It tells you your ranking, your traffic, your position, your impressions, everything, the queries that people are searching to find your website and your pages. So those tools alone, and then Amazon text links. That's it. Like those 3 ingredients, a website or a YouTube channel, which I didn't use in this case study, and Amazon text links can earn you thousands of dollars per month. This is what people want, which is passive income. I mean, if it should be something that you should aspire for if it's not something you have right now. Because really, when I was on vacation and, you have a machine that can earn you thousands of dollars per month while working 0 hours, I mean, that's the dream right there. Because at the end of the day, if you're on vacation, but you're still having to work remote, you're still having to have your laptop open and sit behind that for a good part of the day and answer, Slack messages and still do some meetings. Like that's not actually true freedom or true vacation. And at the end of the day, in addition to that, this is a business where it's a part-time side hustle that you get what you give. So if you're willing to put in more work, and obviously if I put in 0 hours last month and I didn't work at all and it still earned $1,000, that is working smart. That is leverage and having a passive income machine that can work even when you don't feel like it. Now, to be honest, the work here, like I said, it's something that is fun. It's something in a niche that I'm passionate about, and it's part-time. Like I don't need to work on it if I don't feel like it. But if I do feel like grinding, we can grow this even more. We can get this from 1K to 3K a month, 5K a month. We can honestly do that in a few months if I were willing to actually put the time into this case study and this experiment. That's totally possible. And I know because I've done it time and time again, and it's with this roadmap, okay? So being able to make money while you're sleeping or traveling anywhere in the world and not commuting 3 hours every day in traffic, okay? Instead, you can work from home in your PJs. You can just work behind a computer and then you can spend the rest of your day, do whatever you want. You can design your day. You can go out if it's a beautiful day and you have amazing weather, go out for a hike in the middle of a Tuesday while everyone's inside an office or a cubicle. Okay, that is what we're working for here. So just to break down, how do we get from 0 to 1,000 a month? And this case study is still in progress, so I'm not sharing everything just because it's still in progress. And honestly, I'm debating scaling this up even further to hitting 3K and then 10K a month. And definitely something that I'll share the learnings with my mentorship students. But, for now, let's again focus on this roadmap and what took us to this $1,000 a month. Now, I already explained, basically the business is a website. This website happens to be on JetPage, but honestly, any platform could work as long as you get content and it has affiliate links and it's high quality and it has images. It should work, Honestly, I have students, they're using, even platforms like Wix and earning hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month, which to me was a surprise because I only really recommend WordPress, JetPage for SEO right now because that's what I've seen proven to work. That's why I've seen students scale to full-time incomes, quit their job using those platforms. So I know they work. I haven't personally seen it with other platforms that, random ones. But let's start at the beginning. If you're at the $0, you haven't made your first sale, honestly, all of these things can kill your business. So it starts with the broke mindset. Don't need to worry about that. Obviously, I've been here before. I know it takes time. I know that if you put in the time and the effort, it's going to pay off. So not an issue with me. Too broad of a niche. Absolutely not a problem with this site. We niche down from day one just because I've already done this before. I already know that being too broad is the same as having no niche at all. We have strong branding. Don't need to worry about this. We invested into a good domain, good brand. Not an issue. Wrong platforms. Definitely not an issue. Invested into Google SEO with blog content. And this case study is just written articles and blog content. That's it with Google search. And 99% of the traffic just coming from Google search, which is the highest quality traffic because these people have purchase intent. So that leads to a high conversion rate too. Poor keyword research or none at all, definitely not an issue. Now, interestingly, we're using Keywords Everywhere, a tool that starts at less than $2 per month, and that gets enough results to earn over $1,000 a month or more. That's incredible. Just using a $2 SEO tool can get you these kinds of results. And again, over 40,000 organics per month on the Ahrefs in 8 months with Keywords Everywhere. Did not use Ahrefs for the keyword research or anything like that because I want to prove this year, hey, can we do it with a cheap SEO tool alternative for my students? Because I want to save them money. I don't want to make them sign up for this $99 a month Ahrefs or SEMrush. Can we do it with just a $2 a month tool? And we've proven it here. And then poor quality content and SEO, nope. Not an issue with our site. Obviously, I did create the content myself by hand. No AI tools were used, and it was done part-time. And, again, like last month, 0 hours put in. Month before that, maybe even 0 hours then as well. We haven't really been adding hundreds of pages like some of these other case studies and these AI tools. We've just been focusing on quality over quantity. And lastly, no real world data or feedback. Absolutely not. We've been using Google Search Console. I've been doing my own sort of feedback loop myself, analyzing the data, seeing what works, and then investing resources and time really into what is working and doubling down. Now let's move on to the first sale. So obviously, looking at this site was already previously, it was getting a trickle of sales. I mean, like 37 cents this month, 72 cents in January. So, I mean, it existed, but it wasn't, it wasn't like pulling in any kind of significant income until we decided to, turn things up and invest into it and to, build it back up. But, going back into the roadmap here, to get that first sale, honestly, pretty easy. It was just consistency and discipline, not an issue. Really grinded the first 2 months. I think, averaged around 15 posts for the first 2 months, March and April. That's what really, really moved the needle. But since then, I've been coasting. Faster workflow. So I use templates. For me, I always try and improve my posts. And if a post is working, whether it's getting more rankings and SEO traffic, or if it's getting sales, what I'll do is I'll take that template and I'll roll it out to every other post like it. So if it's an individual product review or if it's a comparison article, if I find a winning template, I apply that to all the similar posts that, let's say, other individual product reviews. Improve SEO plus content quality, again, not an issue. It's something that we all have to work on. You're not going to have it perfect from day one, even if you know what you're doing like me. I had to do 3 or 4 iterations of product review to get the winning template that we have now that I do share in a Google Doc with my students. Choosing better keyword opportunities. Keyword research is really going to make or break your site. I can't tell you how much that I actually added to my mentorship a step where I need to review your keyword research just to see, are you even going after the right opportunities for your domain's authority or lack thereof? If you're at 0 domain authority, then we got to make sure that we pick these targets it's really like taking these sniper shots at these targets, and it's not going broad, it's not scattered. And that's why it's important to niche down. If you niche down, you don't have to wonder, okay, what do I need to write about? Because when you're niche down, it just makes it more narrow and clear. Okay, I can only talk about X, Y, and Z topics because it's within my category. If you have like 10 categories on your site, you can write about a million different things today. If you only have, one big category and 3 subcategories, there's limited opportunities to a degree where it's less of that Netflix, I could watch anything, but then I get stuck in analysis paralysis. Instead, it's just like, oh, I only have like 3 options today, so I'm just gonna pick one, right? Okay, and the last thing we have here is collecting feedback and data. Definitely something we did with GSC. Definitely something that helped us to get from, the less than $1 a month to breaking past the $100 a month, breaking past the $300 a month, as you can see here. We definitely use that data to multiply and to double down where things are working. Now, let's see, $300 a month. Again, data, analyzing, feedback loop. It also helps to have other people looking at your site. So, if you get feedback from like friends and family who don't know jack about internet marketing, affiliate marketing, online business, then honestly, their opinion is not weighted as much as someone who's earned millions of dollars online. Like, it's just that simple, to be honest with you. So if you're not getting any kind of feedback, and I see it online, even like I was looking at the Reddit for affiliate marketing, and people are saying like, oh, I have a high quality site, I have a great site design, and I have high quality content, but I'm not getting any sales. Like, what's wrong? Can someone look at it? It's not up to you to decide whether you have a high quality site or high quality content. The only way you can decide if your site is actually good is if you're getting paid for it. It is that simple, full stop. It's not about subjective or qualitative feedback of, okay, I think this looks nice. How do you know? Look, at the end of the day, if you're not making sales, it is not up to you to decide whether your site is good or not. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is these results. Okay. And I'll tell you, the design of this site, it's clean, easy to read, good user experience, but it's not anything out of this world. It's not going to win an award for web design, but it is earning real dollars that gets deposited into a real bank account. And that's all that matters. Okay. Now, going back into this, micro niching down, like I said, already did this from day one. It's something that for most people, you won't know it from day one, and you shouldn't try to pigeonhole your site before you have data about what's worth niching down into. So this is a little bit like, this is why I recommend doing this later as opposed to in the very, very beginning, because you just won't know with confidence what to go all in on. And an example from one of my students, like the one who earned over $2,000 last month, she actually created a second website from the data from her first site that gave her signal, hey, this is a trending topic and category that I need to invest into. And that's exactly what she did. And it's paying off very beautifully. And after creating her first site and scaling that up to, I think, just under $1,000 a month, maybe a little over, she was able to spin up that second site in like a weekend, and now it's generating the bulk of that $2,000 a month. That's the power of having skills and knowing how to make money online, is you can do this rinse and repeat so much easier your second, third time around. Make winners your template. I already mentioned that earlier, using the data to turn your winners, whether it's a individual product review, a comparison post, a best of post, whatever type of post it is, take your winners and just apply that to everything else. And you can just have that consistency, because whatever helped that to get to position 1 or page 1 on Google, you're doing something right there. So I'm just trying to create more uniformity and consistency by making that winner my template. Increase content frequency, double down. If you're doing 1 post per week, can you get that up to 2? And can you get that up to 2 by being more efficient with your workflow, by working smarter? And basically, again, templating, because a template for me inside of JetPage, all I do is I hit clone on the previous post, and then I just swap out the info with the product's info that I'm reviewing. But all the categories, all the sections, everything else is the exact same thing. Okay. And I do think this creates a better user experience for people reading too, because they get the consistency of, okay, this is how this guy reviews products. And I can basically see broken down by category. I can see the score per category, and it helps me to just compare products a lot easier as a user visiting the site, right? And then internal linking, website structure, user experience, I would actually bump this one up really high because honestly, internal linking, having your content linked to each other in a very contextual way inside of the content, not just having like a latest post at the end of your template and then just saying, okay, here's a bunch of latest posts that have nothing to do with the current post you're reading. That doesn't really work. It's not as effective as inside of your content, having the actual keyword, the anchor text, linking out to a relevant post so they can read more. That's the way to do it. But that takes a lot of mental thought. And again, when you niche down, your posts, they just magically are more relevant to each other by nature of being in the same category and subcategory and sub-niche. If you write about 10 different topics, it's hard to connect them all together. Okay, so this point can't be stressed enough, and it's something that I just don't really see a lot of beginners doing well. And to be honest, it just takes a lot of mental effort to link everything together and connect the dots because you're doing it manually. Okay, I don't use a plugin for this. I just see a keyword and I say, okay, this is relevant. Let me insert a link here. It's gonna link to my other blog posts. Increase the time on your website, decrease your bounce rate. People are reading multiple pages, not just one page, and then leaving and going back to the results. And lastly, collect even more data. You can never have enough data. The data is gold because it helps you to make decisions. If you know how to read it, you know how to interpret your own data inside of the Google Search Console and on your site analytics. This can help you to multiply your results exactly like we did, because all we did, rinse and repeat, multiply. And we have an opportunity to do that again going to the next stage. So now that I've outlined what took us from $0 to $1,000 a month in just 8 months with $30 worth of software, okay? So no more excuses there. I mean, $30 a month. If you don't want to spend $30 a month with a potential to earn $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month in profit, okay? Because that's the only expense we're spending on, and this money is mostly profit after that $30, then at the end of the day, this is a business, but this is one of the most low risk businesses you could do, because if, let's say it didn't work and we were out $30, I mean, so what? $30 for a chance to get your freedom, autonomy in your life, your time freedom and location freedom. $30 for that. I mean, I'd take that bet every single month, every single year. Even if it was, losing most of the time, it just has to hit once, right? So let's talk about the next steps, because that's what took us from $0 to $1,000 a month. And I'm telling you, it's so much easier to go from $1,000 to $3,000 a month than it is to go from first sale to $300 a month or $300 to $1,000 a month. And again, not only my own experience, but students who've been able to go from this stage to this stage, so $300 to $1,000, $1,000 to $2,000 within month to month to month. Then that just tells you, like, once you have momentum, that is the most important thing, is momentum. Okay, because now you just have to rinse and repeat. You're going to get there, okay? So basically, what I would do, if I were to turn this to a full-time business, go from $1,000 to $3,000 a month, and if I want to do it fast, like let's say I want to do this within the next 3 months. Now, Black Friday is around the corner, so to be honest, we could just do what we're doing now, maybe add a little bit more posts instead of doing 0 hours like we did in October, but we might even have a chance just with Black Friday to hit $2,000, $3,000 a month, changing nothing at all, which is crazy to me. But it's completely possible because Black Friday, Q4 in general, and Christmas and Cyber Monday is that insane for sales. Like it's really that much of a spike, that much of a boost. Anyone in e-commerce who's ever ran an e-commerce store before, exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so that, like, naturally we could just hit that number. But if I want to actually put things in my favor, I would invest into YouTube. We're just doing written content right now. If we were to just take our content, make them into YouTube videos that were decent, they don't have to be like next level, but they just have to be good enough. Easily, what I've seen is YouTube versus website, basically apples to apples. YouTube tends to outsell the website and that web page anywhere from 2x to 4x the amount of sales with the same content, same keyword, just YouTube video versus a website page. Now, Obviously, that's in certain niches, and that's what I've seen personally, like anecdotally. So I can't say that's the same across the board, but I would be shocked if that wasn't true for 80, 90% of niches and cases, that a YouTube video is outperforming a website page. I just believe in YouTube so much, and video as a conversion platform and a conversion sort of medium. It sells better, period, right? And I think that just makes a lot of sense to people. Now, again, it depends where you're selling, depends on the niche, the keyword, the customer, where they're going to find you. Some people like to read. They prefer to read than to watch a YouTube video, and vice versa. Now, why don't you just be on both? Because if we're doing $1,000 a month and we're doing it with written content, YouTube is just going to 2 to 3x that instantly. Just doing YouTube, that's it. So we could just do this. That's going to multiply to a full-time income. Okay. Now, another thing we can do, we can reinvest into better content and products. So you should already be improving your content every time you hit publish, whether it's on your website or YouTube. But I can now afford, if we made $1,000 in profit last month, I could take that $1,000, I can reinvest into whatever needs to be reinvested into. So if it's products, like let's say there needs to be a comparison, and maybe I need to get my hands on products. Well, you have $1,000 a month to play with. In the niche that the site is in, I could buy literally the most expensive products. I could buy like 3 of them and compare all of them together, like with 1 month of earnings. And at the end of the day, you have to see it as an investment and reinvestment. So like, yes, $1,000 profit, you'd love to take that off the table, go buy an international flight to Japan or something. But you could also take that $1,000 in a smart way, do some affiliate arbitrage, buy things used on eBay, use that for some content, sell it back on eBay used again, basically net virtually zero loss, maybe $20 a loss because of fees. And that's how you grow your business, as opposed to just spending the $1,000. Now, obviously, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want with $1,000, but I would reinvest it so we can get to the next stage. That's what it's all about, being a business owner, okay? But then we have this point here, start collecting emails. Personally, I actually don't think this is as much of a priority. I'm going to move this to the next stage, because the stage that this site's in, it hasn't really established its brand yet, and we don't have any sort of lead magnet. I would actually move this, which is a lead magnet, a free course, or a better mousetrap. So in this case, like, we wouldn't really do a lead magnet. We'd do more of a database or some kind of like tool that would help our users to make a better purchase decision. Maybe it's a comparison tool, comparing different products. So something like that. It could be a Google Sheet database that I've seen work beautifully for other niches and other sites. So it could be that simple. Honestly, that could take you to $3,000. That could take you to $10,000 a month. Just like some kind of database, some kind of resource that you share for free. Now, obviously, you can collect emails when you're sharing this, but to be honest, you just share the database and have affiliate links. I mean, you could probably just get to 10K a month just with this. So yeah, looking at getting to a full-time income, scaling this up to the next level, it starts with YouTube. It's also reinvesting into better content products. Maybe it's gear. Maybe if you're taking photos, you invest into a camera. But to be honest, all the photos on this case study are with an old iPhone X, like 5-6 years old at this point. So, don't really need to get any fancy camera to actually make money. But yeah, you could invest into products. A product that is very popular is worth investing because it will pay itself back and then some. Okay, so looking at, getting to $3,000, $10,000 a month, I see some of these here. I would actually really bump up additional monetization and income streams. So I would say ad revenue. We're getting to a point now where we are almost qualified for Mediavine at, 50,000 unique sessions per month. We're almost there. We're on the trajectory to hit that, especially if we work hard, add a little more than 0 posts like we did last month. With a premium ad network paying $20 RPM per every 1,000 visits, this can easily add $800 to $1,000 in ad revenue to the site. So that could actually get us closer to our full-time goal as well. Conversion rate optimization. Honestly, this is probably more important, because if you can just raise your conversion rates on getting more sales, getting higher ticket sales, higher ticket products, you can get here as well. So that's where we're at. If people are curious and they want to see this experiment go longer and see if we can actually scale it up to a full-time income, let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear your thoughts. For me, this has just been a side hustle and an experiment at the end of the day. So for me, I haven't put any time into this in the last month. And yeah, now that I see that, passively this has hit 4 figures a month with 0 hours worked last month, it gives me a signal that maybe this is something I should invest into more, just for fun and just because it's showing, a lot of promise. So yeah, if that's something you want to see, you gotta let me know, and then I can make more content like that. But at the end of the day, this is an incredible opportunity for anyone who, again, like if all it costs is $30 a month and 8 months of time, and you could actually generate real life-changing income that can give you a raise. It could create a job for you rather than having to wait, for that 3% annual raise every single year, which you may or may not get. You may even get fired from your job or laid off, like so many people are in a tough job market. Then you need to create some self-sufficiency and autonomy in your life, because at the end of the day, the true wealth is having 100% ownership of your time. That is it, full stop. It doesn't matter what car you drive, doesn't matter how big of a house you live in. If you are always stressed out and underneath someone else in terms of being powerless to someone above you, whether it's your boss or your employer, you will never be truly free. And, that's something that definitely on vacation brought to the forefront for me, because I would see that some of my friends, they would actually be working while on vacation. They'd be on their laptop all day. And, being on vacation but still having to work is no vacation at all. When your mind mentally cannot be free, then that's just not a true vacation. And there's nothing worse than that. Right? Not being able to be present in a beautiful location or beautiful country and not being able to enjoy your surroundings and your company and everything around you. I mean, what's the point at the end of the day, right? If all you have to do is, still be stuck behind a computer halfway around the world, I mean, what's the point, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more content like this, let me know. Let me know some suggestions for any content you want to see. And if you are interested in one-on-one mentorship, like some of my students who've been able to scale from 0 to over $2,000 a month, one-on-one mentorship is a program that I have, and I'm actually in the process of revamping it for the second time this year. So I released the 2.0 version earlier this year, and after having conversations and seeing so many students and working one-on-one, I've really tried to figure out how to reverse engineer these results, like really make it step by step by step, which I already did earlier this year, but I'm trying to streamline the process even more to reverse engineer success, because at the end of the day, just being able to really streamline it and make it to where almost anybody could just follow along and see results. That is something that I'm just so curious about, and it's just something that, I just want to improve it and make the machine better. Just like with my sites, it's always, efficiency, and it's always streamlining things and making them better and faster and getting more output with less input. How can I apply that to my mentorship program and to helping students get even more results faster and just have overall more success on both sides too? So been trying to figure that out, working through that right now. So probably we'll be working on 3.0 very soon, and just making the process more step-by-step, easier to follow, and giving feedback at the right points in the journey, something I'm looking into. So just letting you know about that. Anyone who's in the program, expect to see a 3.0 in the near future. But anyone who's interested in joining, you can book a call with me and we can discuss, see if it's a good fit. If you have any questions, you want to learn about it, there'll be a link in the description to book a call and, chat about it with no hard sales, nothing like that. So if you're interested in learning and getting results, then hit me up. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on the next one.